everyone, how you doing today, and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'll be doing a manga talk for My Hero Academia chapter 287. Before I get on with the video, if you like things like anime, games, movies, manga, etc., subscribe to this channel because I talk about that a lot. Also like this video because you are awesome, and also click the notification bell so that you get notified when we're going to be linking via quirks and vestiges, and we'll have some dreamlike talks with each other. Yeah, that's the joke of the day. So My Hero Academia starts off from when My Hero Academia 286 ended, whereby Deku was in the dreamscape, dreamlike world. I still haven't got a name for that. Okay, someone tell me what the name of this place is, please, because I don't know if I'm missing something, but anyway, yeah, the dream world, right? And he's with Nana Shimura, All For One, and Shigaraki, of course. What I really wanted in this chapter was the dynamic between Nana Shimura, All For One, and Shigaraki. And I'm pretty sure that, well, to me, I feel like it delivered. But even though there was a little bit that I was expecting, but I didn't have to come into this chapter. I'll get to that in a second. I love how it starts by Nana Shimura being like, oh, All For One, you're here. And All For One, he's a dick, man. I love how much of a dick he is. He goes, hey, hey, Shigaraki, look, it's your dead grandma. Oh, look. Like, who does that, bro? Like, that is so evil. Yeah, so she's coming in saying, oh, look at what you've done. And All For One doesn't care. Like, he's just like, bruv, all right, cool, you died, I'm here, Shigaraki's gonna take your quirk now, we're gonna win. Like, all right, whatever. Like, he does not care. So straight after he taunts Nana Shimura, he starts having this big monologue, and it is a really, really interesting monologue based on the whole vestiges and quirks and all that. He talks about how in the past he used to get organ donations from different people with different quirks, and that he used to get dreams about the people who had the quirks before, and that used to be something weird that he was like, what's going on? Why are people coming into my realm? Like, especially as he is All For One, the guy who can take quirks and store multiple quirks. And as he gets more in depth with this monologue, he now talks about how he met with the doctor and they had scientific experiments, and then he found out what the core reason was why he's getting these dreamlike visual experiences with people who used to have the quirks that he has right now. And it turns out that it's something to do with the cells with the quirk, that the person's will, the person's memories, like all the being of the person is in those quirks, and it now gets inherited into the person. So the person who inherits that quirk starts to feel more like the person. That's what I gauged from it. I like how All For One said, as soon as I got rid of the people, like, it made my life a lot easier, because All For One doesn't want to be a good guy. He doesn't care. So having people's emotions come and affect him, he's probably thinking like, this is stressful. So the doctor clearly found a way to get rid of emotions of that said quirk and pushed out that those emotions in order for All For One to be able to use the quirk more freely. This is the question I have. Even though All For One kind of answered this question, he said that when he was speaking with, well, not really speaking with the people, but basically having their dreams and their visions and all that of the past quirk users, he said that he always thought it was only him that could do this. So even though he says that, my question is it that everybody who has a quirk is able to learn some past experiences from people who had the quirk previously? Like, for example, let's say a kid inherits 2 quirks from the parents. Will they learn from, well, they'll probably learn from their parents' experiences then, but will they have some type of flashback memories that they can experience from their parents in the past? I don't know. Like, it's a weird one. It's probably kind of a dumb question to ask, because now I think about it, All For One did say it was legit only him, he thought he could do it. Though it answers the questions why All For One is able to do vestige form and why Shigaraki is able to come in the vestige form. Is all because of these 2 intertwining quirks with All For One and One For All. And obviously he starts taunting Deku because he's like, man, you really have to live with all the people that took L's from me, and you have to suffer with this quirk. Man, the next One For All user is gonna suffer, man. Even though All For One wants it to be Shigaraki, so isn't he kind of taunting Shigaraki? I don't know, but let's move on. The dynamic I really wanted was Nana and Shigaraki, and Nana basically looks at Shigaraki, he's like, wow, you're my son's son. And Shigaraki has a flashback of the picture where he was like over the moon, finding out that he has a hero in his family, and he's just like, all right, cool, you're part of the problem. Don't think like, you know, I'm on your side, like you're part of the reason why I'm like this. But Nana is just like distraught. Well, not really distraught, she just doesn't say anything. She just looks like sad. Like not really sad is a low word for what she's feeling. She just looks kind of depressed. What I was expecting though, and I'll give her Okoshi credit here, what I was expecting is for Nana to be like, oh no, don't turn into the dark side and all that Star Wars jazz. But it's funny how Nana just didn't say anything, because I think she knew he was just so far gone that there's no point. And especially as she tried in Shigaraki's, well, kind of vestige form, even though that wasn't technically the same Nana Shimura in my opinion. So really and truly, it's kind of deep that Nana is just giving up on her grandson. I mean, damn, that is deep. As Shigaraki's trying to take over One For All, first vestige comes out and he's just taunting All For One. Not really a taunt, more like, seriously bro, you're dealing with kids now? I actually laughed when I saw that, because I was just like, wow, yeah. You're messing with kids now, All For One? Like, seriously, bro? What's interesting is that as Shigaraki is trying to take over One For All, and he's trying to decay everything, he decays All For One as well. And I'm pretty sure, well, I didn't technically say this, but I kind of led to it in the last review I did, where I said I think Shigaraki's gonna kill All For One. He's gonna kill him. He doesn't like rate him anymore. Like, not rate him, he just doesn't want him to be in his way. And then All For One is just like, oh, it seems like you hate me too. All right, cool. Like, I'm surprised that All For One's not like, no, or something, you know? Like, he's just like, oh, you hate me. Nice. Like, that's a bonus. All right, cool. Let's go. In the dreamscape, I swear they're having a force battle, because it seems like the first vestige and Nana Shimura are like this, right? And they're trying to push All For One and Shigaraki from taking One For All, and it's pretty much the same as theirs. They're like, put out your hand, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're really going for it. I swear that is the force push. Come on, Horikoshi, you know that's the force push. So they're doing the force hands, and they're trying to push out Shigaraki and All For One, and All For One is just like, listen, how can you give your power to Deku? He is the worst One For All user you could have possibly picked. Why did you pick him? When that happened, right, I was just like, oh damn, like, that's kind of deep, man. Like, the way they're talking about Deku, like if he's like kind of trash, like, you know what I mean, a trash One For All user. And you know, everybody on Twitter, like, some people will be like, oh, should have been Mirio. See, even All For One is chatting balls about Deku being a great successor. But what I like from the first vestige holder, he legit uses what All For One is saying, and basically saying, but he's being a true hero with it. He's like, oh, look at him. He doesn't even know how to control his power. He rushes into things, yada, yada, yada. And the first vestige is like, all right, he rushes into things to save people. He gets mad because of people. Like, he's always doing stuff for people, and that's the whole point of One For All. One For All. First vestige is like, listen, we're staying in this boy. We are going to support him. And I love that, because they express how much of a true natural born hero Deku is, which he really is. And he's basically perfect for One For All. And this is what I've been saying. He is legit a natural born hero for One For All. So we go back and they've been force repelled in real life, because Shigaraki can't take the quirk. And what All For One is basically saying, all right, Shigaraki, the reason why you can't take it now is because you're not at your 100%, yada, 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 75% and all that. So eventually what's going to happen is when Shigaraki goes 100%, he'll come after Deku again. After we've seen Shigaraki and Deku's Star Wars battle, we move towards the League of Villains. And remember in the last chapter review, I said, listen guys, where are the League of Villains? Like, where are they? Dabi's just talking, and he's like, listen guys, it's time to go start liberating Japan, let's go. So Compress talks to Toga, and he's like, all right Toga, so you were looking for the UA students that you like, are you like cool with them? Like, listen, they're still heroes. Like, you see what heroes have done to us. Are you sure you're cool with them? So this is a really interesting thing that Toga says, is that she starts saying, okay, so heroes are meant to save people, right? Heroes are meant to save everyone. Why couldn't they save Jin? Like, why couldn't they save twice? Was Jin not a human in their eyes? Was Jin not a person that they were meant to save? If so, cool. Am I not a person to save? Are you gonna kill me too, like the way you killed Jin? And it's kind of deep when you think about it. And this is one of the reasons why I love My Hero Academia. It's the contrast between the heroes and the villains. Like, what does it mean to be a hero, but what does it mean to break the law of society? It basically deconstructs what it means to be a hero. Like, how you're a hero, you're meant to save everyone. You're meant to save the bad guys too, right? Or are you just meant to like throw them aside? Are you meant to not like help them? Like, you see what I mean? This is the kind of conversation that I love with the show. So yeah, Toga ends it by saying, listen, I'm gonna ask Deku and Uraraka pretty much the same question, that if heroes are meant to save everyone, Why didn't you save twice? And are you gonna kill me too? Because clearly I'm not someone that's worth saving, right? So yeah, I love the end of that chapter. That was really, really good and something to think about. But what I think is going to happen in the next chapter is that obviously the League, they're going to move on to where Shigaraki is, obviously. I just hope we get Dabi meeting Endeavor and Todoroki finally. Like, finally, please. Because they're going to start liberating Japan. All right, cool. And also, I want to see Toga meet either Deku or Uraraka to talk about what she just said, because it's a very valid point. I want to see what Deku says, because I feel like Deku would be like, all right, cool, we should save everyone. But I feel like Uraraka would be like, I don't know why I feel like that, because you'd think Uraraka would be on the same page as Deku and be like, oh, we should save everyone. But I feel like she's gonna be like, I guess we save some people, but I don't know if we save everyone. I feel like Uraraka's going to be on the smarter side on that. Especially with the last panel being Uraraka. Now I think about it, yeah, Toga's going to meet Uraraka in the next chapter or in the next couple chapters or something like that. But here's a question I need to ask you guys as well. Is this arc coming to an end? Are we in the halfway point, or are we in like the final act of this arc? Because a lot has happened in this arc, don't get it twisted. And My Hero Academia arcs aren't like specifically that long, but I'm wondering what next you can do with this arc. You fought Shigaraki. Shigaraki could kind of fight, I guess, but he can't take one for all at the moment. So what's the point now? The rest is just to liberate Japan. You may as well just go and start killing people, I guess. And the League of Villains is now in the places where, well, our main heroes are, and also the main UA cast is as well. So there'll be interesting one-on-one fights if possible. Actually, now I think about it, we are probably in the end game of this arc. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. And what do you think is going to happen at the end of this arc? What do you think is going to be the aftermath? Mine is that I still am going with this theory that that Japan will be taken over by the villains, and every UA student has to go to America or a different country. I'm still gonna go with that theory. I'm gonna go until I get the big F and fail at the end. But what are you guys' theories for the end of this arc, and what do you think about it so far? Let me know in the comment section. I'm open to discussion. Thank you very much for watching again. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel for more on pop culture and entertainment. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. All right, bye.